Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sir Franco.
Good afternoon, Sir Jamie. Good afternoon po, teachers. Maraming salamat po for being with us here, no? Parang lagi ko na sinasabi, Sir Jamie, no? Parang natural na yung line. Every time. Anyway, so
Oo
magandang hapon
naman,
po,
kasi
teachers, no?
every time we are very thankful.
Yes, napaka-thankful natin, no? Lalo na sa sitwasyon natin ngayon, Sir Jambi, no? Yung pinagdaanan natin for the couple of weeks, no? Yung medyo sunod-sunod na na dagok, na pagsubok, no? Dala ng mga typhoons, no? Kahit tayo, Sir Jambi, last time, no? Yung una, yung typhoon na Rolly, hindi tayo masyadong nakaramdam, no? Pero itong last time, itong Ulysses, ramdam namin ni na Sir Jambi, no? Ang bugs. Medyo hindi kami natulog at nagpuyat kami para bantayan yung mga sarili-sarili nating bahay. Kaya yun. Siguro,
Tumantik
Sir
sa
Jambi, no?
opisina ng
Yun.
KTS.
Yes, oo. Mas ina inalalari natin yung mga teachers natin lalo na sa yung mga na apektado ngayon, no. I heard Sir Jambi, actually buong Rizal, no, Sir Jambi, tama ba ako? Maraming lugar sa Rizal, no, ang apektado ng Ulysses, no, dahil sa pagbaha. Ngayon, currently yung ating mga kababayan sa Cagayan ay nagkakaroon din ng problema dahil din nga sa sa pagbaha din, no. Pero I think this has something to do with the Angat Dam yata, Sir Jambi, if I'm not mistaken, no, yung sudden rise of water over Cagayan. Okay, and siyempre worried kami ni Sir Jambi. Sir Jambi, tama, no? Parehas tayong may kamag-anak sa
Correct.
Cagayan, no? Yung mga Adun, tsaka yung mga Mendoza, tama ba ako, Sir Jambi? Yung mga
Mendoza.
Mendoza
Opo.
ay galing sa Cagayan. So kami man po ay ano rin, nananalangin, no, sa kalagayan ng ating mga kababayan sa Cagayan. Siguro, Sir Jambi, mangumusta muna tayo, no? Kumustahin
Yes,
muna natin. Oo.
mga dear viewers, please please let us know kung kumusta kayo. Yan. Pero nevertheless, sobrang saludo kami at sobrang nagpapasalamat kami na kasama namin kayo ngayong hapon, and we will try our very best to make it worth your while.
Yes, yun naman lagi yung ano
Hmm.
natin, yung mission natin na kasi yung mga oras ng mga teachers natin napaka-valuable, no, yung oras nila sana for unit planning, for module production, ngayon for recovery, they're spending it with us. So we're always trying to make sure that you will spend your time here learning something new, no. Yun, so teachers, please do let us know sa ating chat box, sa ating live chat, no. How are you, no? Kumusta po yung lugar nyo? Kumusta po kayo? Okay, you and your family, your families, no, sa inyong mga lugar. Give us an update siguro sa places nyo para maipaabot din natin. Baka may mga nanonood sa atin, Sir Jambi, no, na has some na kakilala nyo, sa lugar nyo, na pwedeng makatulong sa inyo po, no, lalo na sa mga may kailangan ng mga rescue. I think, Sir Jambi, may mga natrap pa rin tayong mga kababayan, no, sa lalo na sa Cagayan, no. Ito from Miss Lucita Bergonio. Okay. Electricity and water supply both restored in our place here at San Jose del Monte. Yun. Isa pong nasugabong palakpakan dyan. Kami rin po, no, may konting takot kami ni Sir Jamie. Kaya dun sa last namin na announcement was to postpone the entire 2 weeks of webinars. Dahil po dito sa lugar namin, may mga bumagsak na puno, tinamaan yung poste namin kung saan nakakabit yung aming black box, no? Black box, PLDT box. Black box ba 'to? Ano 'to? Um, tawag dito, eroplano ba 'to? Anyway, yung ano namin, yung PLDT box namin kung saan kami nakakabit. So we were worried we will not be able to deliver, no, the webinar scheduled for for the next few weeks. But fortunately, no, Sir Jambi, ipanalangin namin na nagkaroon ulit kami ng kuryente at nagkaroon kami pa ng internet para makapag-deliver po kami. Ito po right from Isabela. Yan si Miss Maika Malyari Sanchez Antonio. Baka mag-anak ni Sir Angelo Malyari, brother. Sir Jambi.
Ah,
Praise God, my families were safe. Isabella, praying po sa lahat ng affected, especially in Cagayan. I think baka hindi naka-base si Miss Maika doon sa Cagayan, no? Baka family lang niya ngayon yung nandun. So ano po, good news po yan, no? Praying for that. Ito, Sir Jambi.
minor damages incurred sa mga properties like houses and others. Okay. Pero alam
Ito
mo,
from,
Sir Frank, ano
yes,
ah, yung yung mga minor damages na yan, it still affects you greatly, ha? Di ba?
mm-mm.
So, yun, talagang, ano din, saludo talaga ako sa mga guro kasi I am quite sure na habang umuulan, habang nagkakaroon ng damage yung ating mga tahanan, sigurado ako, isa pa rin sa mga unang-una ninyong iniisip ay yung mga estudyante ninyo, kamusta kaya sila, and so on and so forth.
Yes, totoo 'no. Tsaka yung last time Master Jambi 'no, nagbibiruan nga tayo last time 'no, yung 'pag bumabaha na, ang unang talagang kukunin ng teacher ay yung kanyang mga modules, mga
Oo,
printers.
yung printer, kasi ano na lang yung mga
Yeah.
estudyante.
Yes, 'di ba parang sometimes 'no, kidding aside pero gano'n talaga din yung mentality natin teachers na we really are always, committed 'no, kahit nasaan tayo, kahit anong nangyayari, yun pa rin yung iniisip natin. Kaya tama ka Sir Jambi, saludo tayo diyan sa ating mga teachers. Ito from ano, from, Miss Tess, ang ating isa sa mga best friends ng,
Yes.
KTS. Miss Tess, na by the way na si Miss Maika pala ay from Jeddah, nag-message siya from, naka-base siya
Okay.
ngayon sa Jeddah. Yes, okay. So mas ano yun, mas nakakaba yun Sir Jambi 'no, yung malayo ka sa pamilya mo and no, you can't
You
like
feel so helpless.
yes, hindi ka basta-basta makauwi kasi lalo na ngayon may COVID pa, or pandemic 'no, may mga restrictions sa et cetera 'no. So from Miss Tess na Nalia, mabuti naman po at 'di naman po inabot ng baha, yun. Maraming salamat 'no, kaya, yun ang panalangin talaga natin. Ang inaalala ko po habang umuulan at malakas ang hangin ni Ulysses tapos sumunod ang pag-ulan, marami po kasing mga pupils na nasa tabing ilog. Kita
Wag
mo yun
naman
Sir
yun.
Jamie, pinag-uusapan pa lang natin 'no na na yung kalikasan na ng mga teachers natin, kaligtasan pa ng mga iba yung lagi nilang iniisip. I think that's, very inherent 'no, very, true, sa ating mga teachers. Um, ito pa Sir Jambi ito naman from Zamboanga. Okay,
Yes, kay
Zamboanga
Miss
del Sur.
Rosalie Navarro. Mainit sa amin dito sa Zamboanga del Sur, kaya we are just praying for those who are affected by both Bagyong Rolly and Ulysses. Maraming
Mm.
maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po Miss Rosaline
At
'no.
ganun,
I
ganun
think
din naman, Sir Franco, yung nangyayari pagka ang affected naman ay yung southern part of the country. Yung mga
yeah,
taga-north naman yung
hmm,
hindi tumitigil sa pagdarasal para sa mga
totoo.
kababayan.
Very ano 'yan, very common sa mga Pilipino 'yan 'no. Hindi at basta-basta pinag-uusapan yung ano, yung mga geographical divisions et cetera. Talagang, ano, sama-sama tsaka kaagapay talaga sa ano, sa mga panahon na ganito, Sir Jambi 'no. 'Yun, meron pa ba tayong mga ibang okey, ito from Miss Margarita Pagtalunan.
May ilang lugar lamang po lalo at ilan sa aming mga mag-aaral o students na naman ang iniisip ang
Mm.
binaha kasama ang kanilang mga module.
Yun ang ano natin 'no. Pero anong magiging ano kaya Sir Jambi dito 'no sa ating, well number one alam ko nag-adjust na ng quarter, schedule ang ano 'no, ang DepEd 'no. Pero in terms of like example the module production, siyempre maraming mga kailangang ulitin, kailangang, i-redistribute na modules 'no. Siguro yung kailangan nating, alamin or siguro, malaman ng mga teachers natin 'no, kung paano yung magiging, protocols and procedures sa reproduction tsaka redistribution ng mga modules sa ating mga estudyante. For example, yung mga na-distribute tapos nasira, will it be replaced? Yun na siguro malaking katanungan ng mga teachers natin ngayon 'no. Um, yung yun 'no, para sa mga estudyante nila. Ito from, Miss Mildred, Baguio. Good afternoon po sa lahat. Ito po sa amin sa Kauran, Ampatuan, Maguindanao ay maganda ang panahon. Okay, so, again yung mga, Southern brothers natin 'no, mga kaagapay natin sa South ay, medyo maaraw 'no. Kahit actually ngayon sa atin, personally teachers 'no dito sa Rizal province, dito sa amin sa Rizal area, medyo maaraw na rin. Kaya lang naging problem talaga namin ay ang, um yung baha 'no, yung baha talaga, hindi pa agad nagsa-subside, medyo mabagal.
Ito naman ay kay Miss Lileth Lascano. Thank you for the concern. We're lucky for the early restoration of electricity in our barangay. Internet na lang ang kulang, so I'm depending on mobile data now. Oh no! Pabilisan na
Oo.
natin, Sir Franco.
Bibilisan po
Nakapobo.
namin, don't worry teachers. Pero again, dun sa mga nanonood po ng data-wise, Sir Jamby, again we suggest babaan po natin ang ating, resolution 'no to, 360p or kung kaya naman natin tiisin kung naka-mobile phones po tayo mag 140p na lang po tayo para po siguradong hindi po tayo lalampas ng 1 gigabyte data para sa araw 'to. Again Sir Jamby 'no, precisely that's what we're going to have today 'no, yung
Correct.
konsepto ng data usage, yung pasok natin na ano 'no, na eto siguro Sir
Tsaka
Jamby last 2 na lang 'no.
mga kaagapay, worst case scenario. Ayan, ito worst case scenario naman ito ha. Palagi ninyong tatandaan na palagi namang may team replay. So,
Yes, at
halimbawa talaga bumigay na yung mobile data natin in the middle,
mm.
palagi pong may team replay para sa inyo.
Pero alam mo Sir Jamby, meron akong na-realize kasi nga na may mga nagsabi nga na hindi sila makakapunta today 'no at makaka-attend ng ating live webinar for today. May mga nagsabi na sa message 'no at, alam mo pinaka-concern nila, sobra kang ma-ano Sir Jammy ma-appreciate mo talaga yung commitment ng mga teachers natin kasi bakit nila gusto yung live? Dahil meron siyang interaction. Yung parang 'pag
Correct.
meron silang tanong, puwede nang masagot or ano. So hindi lang talaga sila like mga
Tsaka
passive
hindi lang Sir
viewers.
Franco sa ano hindi lang sa stream mismo. Kasi nga 'di
Oo,
ba palagi kong binabanggit, grabe din yung interaction sa comment
yes.
section.
Sa comment section pa lang parang meron tayong 2 webinar na ongoing 'no. So yan from, Sir Darrell Guanzon from Bulacan. So medyo okey na raw Bulacan, iba po sa parents natin na malapit sa ilog kaya binaha at pinasok po ng tubig ang bahay nila. So we're praying po no for fast recovery po ng inyong family no. At least ang lagi nating isipin yung ano safety ng pamilya natin no. We can always recover all of those no. Mababalikan natin yung mga material things na yan. Okay. Although masakit pa din no kasi syempre pinundar mo Sir Javi ng matagal yun eh. Yan, ito from, Sir Louis Jacob. Okay naman po dito sa La Union. Tuloy po ang distribution ng modules. Hooray! Yan. Sir Jamie, ikaw na mag-sound effect, no? Kasi hindi gumagana yata ang aking sound effect. Hindi pumapasok. Yan naman. Mukhang, Sir Jamie, kailangan nating bumili ng bagong ano, sound card, no? Yung may tatak daw ng Gisana. Balita ko may Friday ano eh, ayuda
Siya
ang Gisana ngayon.
siya nga rin inaano ko na ini-encourage ko na bumili na ng sound card eh.
Ito naman from Miss Macon, no? Mabuti naman po dito sa Teresa Rizal, no? Taga Rizal, Sir Jambi, ang ating si Miss Macon. By the way,
Familiar
si
si
Miss
Miss
Macon,
Nakon. Parang
yes, ano po
classmate
yan?
ko 'to sa ano,
Avid, yes, ano po yan?
'di ba
Avid, ano
classmate ko
natin sa
siya sa
job.
ano, sa batch 3?
Tama ba?
Parang parang na-encounter ko yung name niya dun sa
Miss
mga
Macon,
nagpakilala sa
confirm nga
batch
ba
2.
kung ikaw ba ay part ng ating batch 3 GCE trainee?
Oo,
Yes.
classmate ko yun dun. Wala pa nga
Ah,
nangyari, may classmate na, eh.
Oo, baka na-miss ko lang, hindi ko lang matandaan dun sa ang haba kasi ng mga introduction sabi dun sa GCE. Nakita mo yung 'pag pero binabasa ko kasi para gusto ko makita yung,
Oo, tignan
yung
mo. Yes,
locations.
yes po, Sir Jamby. Tama ako.
Yes, see you po 'no, see you sa November 23 for the batch 3 na. Sir Jambi, yun na yung last batch natin for the first application. Mag-o-open ulit tayo ng 1,000 slots for, the second wave of application. So yung mga nagtatanong po for GCE training, opening soon 'no, last week ng November natin bubuksan sir, yung ating 1,000 slots. Dadamihan na po natin para we could, include more. sa GCE training natin because we realized no, kung medyo konting slots, ang daming gustong humabol dun sa batch 1, 2, and 3. Yan. Okay, so Sir Jambi, siguro we can go back to ano no to ating kumustahan mamaya. Siguro siguro anong meron tayo ngayon for our mga kaagapay para meron ba tayong tulong or ways to help our ano no mga nasalanta or mga nabiktima ng bagyong Ulysses.
Okay, sure. Well, isang paraan na po namin ni Sir Franco siyempre na makatulong sa mga kababayan natin lalong-lalo na sa mga kaguro natin ay itong ginagawa natin, itong Kaagapay Teacher Support. Pero meron din po tayong mga iba pang endeavors. Halimbawa na lang po ito. Ayan, ako po yan, Jambi. Kasama ko naman po dito ay yung aking kapatid na si John Ray. Ayan, mahilig po kasi kaming kumanta. So what we did is we were using social media. Nag-post lang po kami. We're accepting requests in exchange of sana donation for ayan in support of for now Bariani 1 po yung aming sinusuportahan. Ito po ay patuloy pa rin na tumutulong sa mga biktima ng Bagyong Rolly para sa Bicol region. And then our plan ay pagdating ng November 20, magsi-shift naman kami ng beneficiary. Yun naman pong mga ayan, halimbawa na lang po ito. Ayan, para malaman niyo po in advance yung mga pwede nating tulungan. Ayan, yan naman po yung 20 para sa 20. Ayan, so sa November 20, mag-shift naman po kami ng beneficiary dito naman po. Alam mo Sir Franco kung bakit I personally chose this beneficiary kasi itong 20 para sa ang ibig sabihin niyan ito ay batch 20 Sir Franco ng mga estudyante ko sa the school where I work at. So, imagine ito yung mga batang nakita ko when they were in grade 5 and then in grade 9. Pero ngayon ganito na sila mag-isip. Na ano na sila, they know na pwedeng gamitin ang social media para makatulong sa mga kababayan natin. Kaya ito po yung napili namin. Pero wag po kayong mag-alala, hindi naman po ninyo kailangang piliin ang mga ang mga donation channels na ito kasi napakarami rin pong mga donation channels na mahanap ninyo sa Facebook pa lang po, meron din sa Instagram, Twitter, etc. If you know of a donation channel that you trust more, why not? Okay? Ang mahalaga po siguro sa panahon ngayon ay basta kung makakatulong tayo, tumulong tayo. Ayan. The only reason why we chose itong 20 para sa 20 at saka yung Bariani 1 ay kilala po namin sila. So, we more or less have vetted them already for you. Sinisiguro na po namin na sila, na legitimate na mga donation channels. Ayun, Sir Franco.
Yun. So, ang dami, no? Actually, madami tayong mga um, um, channels or mga organizations na willing tumulong at kumakalat talaga ng mga tulong, no? So, talagang kanya-kanya tayo, Sir Jan. Tama, Sir Jamie, no? Kanya-kanya tayo ng estilo, ng mga pwedeng itulong, no? So, for example, ngayon, ang tulong talaga namin sa mga teachers ay a continuous moral and support like this. A venue, no? Kung meron po kayong mga gustong vlog or mga gustong ipaabot sa amin, pwede natin yung ipadala sa community natin para mabigyan pansin. For example, mga donation outlets, etc. Pwede idaan sa KTS. Sir Jambi, bago tayo tumuloy, no? Bago na puntahan na ngayon ang ating what we have for today. Siguro baka gusto mo na silang bigyan ng heads up what's up for December. Mukhang meron tayong surprise,
Correct.
meron tayong something na kailangang abangan sa December, no? In the midst of all of this chaos and problems and mga sakuna, ano yung something positive na pwede nating i-look forward sa December, okay?
Yan. In true Filipino fashion, 'di ba? Na amidst tragedy, amidst calamities, ayan, palagi natin nakikita yung silver lining. Para po sa Christmas, ayan, more or less napahagingan naman na ito ni Sir Franco before na wala tayong nakaschedule na webinar sa December. Instead, what we will have is a Christmas show para po sa inyo, ating mga kaagapay. So, meron po kaming mga invited performers. Ito ay mga teachers din, students din, etc., organizations. So, abangan nyo po sana yan. At sana po, ito po, ang sana wag nyo lang pong abangan, bagkus ay mag-participate kayo sa for that particular Christmas show ay magkakaroon po tayo ng singing contest. Ayan, Sir Franco. At ang singing contest natin, sino ang kasama? Kayo po. Yung mga kasama natin na kaagapay. Dahil hindi po ako naniniwala na wala kayong mga pinakatatagong mga talento
Ako,
sa pag-awit. Di ba? Yung kay
kita
Sir
mo naman
Franco
Sir
na
Jambi.
naniniwala.
Yeah. Saka Sir Jambi, no, yung kasing trabaho natin is like involves, no. Well, it doesn't really correlate, no, kasi hindi siya totoo sa akin. Pero naniniwala ako sa loob ng kaguruan natin, napakadaming magagaling kumanta. So, more details
Correct.
siguro dyan Sir Jambi, no, will be providing you more details in the coming weeks. And siguro we're not
Abangan,
yet
abangan, abangan
yes.
po.
Yes, abangan nyo rin, no. Pero ang siguro promise lang Sir Jambi is that merong mga packages na matatanggap ang ating mga
So,
winners natin.
prizes,
And
meron pong prizes await not just the winner, but also the school of the
yes,
winner.
correct.
So sana
Yes.
po
So,
mag-participate kayo. Kung may kakilala kayo, kung meron kayong co-teacher na magaling kumanta, sabihin niyo na, uy, sumali ka dun sa kaagapay na singing contest. Again, more details to follow. If
well,
not tomorrow, siguro
on
latest na
Monday.
po sa Monday. Meron ba tayong
Yes, on
catch up Monday?
yes, we'll be having catch up din. Magbibigay na rin tayo ng details doon. Siguro doon natin unang ibigay bago natin i-post yung details sa Kaagapay teacher support page natin, Sir Jambino. Yes. So we'll be having our catch up Monday on Monday. Siyempre Monday.
May
No?
nagtatanong na,
Monday pero
excited
Tuesday
na si
tayo
ma'am.
naka-schedule.
Bro, excited na si ma'am. Yung singing contest
Nako.
sa Zoom po ba? Ayan.
Oh,
Abangan niyo po yun.
yes.
Abangan
Abangan
niyo
po
po yung
natin.
details sa Monday.
Oo. Don't worry po, medyo marami na kaming na-explore na mga platform. So, hindi na tayo yung basta-basta magkakaroon ng problema sa mga multi-platforms na ganyan. Nasubok na tayo. Anyway, Sir Jamie, so we're excited, no? So again, encourage your teachers, your schools, kasi the winner and will receive prizes plus the school, of course, school,
School
no,
po
kung
po
saan
pa.
sila. Okay? Pero Sir Jambi, paano kung for example, siyempre may mga ibang teachers tayo no na wala currently ngayon no naka-online o kaya on tutorial. Gagawin lang po natin diyan, pipili lang po kayo ng beneficiary school nyo. Yan. Okay, so laging partnership yung mangyayari diyan sa natin. So kahit po hindi pa kayo employed ngayon o kaya naka-self-employed kayo ngayon dahil naka-online classes kayo or online tutorial, i-go nyo lang po yan. No? Pwede po kayong sumali. Okay, and again, details on Monday. So, siguro, Sir Jambi, we can now proceed no, to our webinar for today. No?
Yes, very
Yun.
excited.
Yes, ako rin, Sir Jambi. Actually, matagal na itong na-request sa mga teachers natin. It's been a while. No? Nagkaroon lang tayo ng problem. Number one, sa schedule. Second, yung looking for a reliable speaker, no? Kasi syempre ayaw naman natin mag-provide ng speaker. Kasi laging priority natin sa mga speakers natin, Sir Jambi, ay not only experts, but rather experienced speakers. Ibig sabihin, kung ano man yung sinishare nila, kaya kung ano man tool yung gusto nilang ituro, ay talagang nagamit nila or ginagamit nila. At itong speaker natin for today, actually used, no, as we enter distance learning this year, actually use this tool, no, this communication platform. Okay, so for today, we'll be exploring Discord, a sustainable alternative to Zoom and Google Meet. Sir Jambi, ikaw, personally, anong ginagamit mong video conferencing tool
Sa pagtuturo.
sa pagtuturo?
Sa pagtuturo, Google Meet.
Google Meet. Pero sa mga meetings, usually we also shift
Mga
to
meetings, Zoom.
Zoom tayo. Ako naman, baligtad, no? Siyempre sa classes ko, dahil naka-impose sa amin yung Zoom sa school ko, naka-Zoom kami. Okay, pero pag mga for example trainings, meetings, naka-Google Meet naman ako. For example sa GCE training sessions, naka-Google Meet naman yung ginagamit ko, ano. And ano ba yung well sa ating dalawa kasi naka ano kasi tayo, naka-line, no. Pero I think one of the biggest problems and perhaps challenges ng Zoom at Google Meet bilang video conferencing tools for synchronous sessions, Sir Jambi, ay ang lakas niya sa data. Pakalakas niya sa data, no. I think no, and between the two, Zoom and Google Meet, mas malakas palalo si Google Meet. And if you are using, for example, virtual backgrounds, mas tumataas palalo.
Lalo na, correct, oo.
Yes, ang
Kaya
data use.
nauuso sa Franco yung ano, 'di ba, yung, "Okay, I will allow you to, turn off your cameras for now para gumaan-gaan yung ano, yung bandwidth," et cetera.
Yes, correct.
Eh, I'm sure kahit papaano nakaka-affect yun sa
Yes,
ano,
totoo.
sa learning process.
Yes, and ang pinakamalaking naging I mean it affects no yung education dahil siyempre kapag masyadong mataas yung consumption ng data, okay, it also affects yung accessibility ng mga students natin. Sino yung may access, sino yung wala? Sino yung may kakayahang mag-support ng higher data usage, okay? Or sino yung kaya hindi kaya mag-support. So it separates no yung lalo na sa pagdating sa economic status ng ating mga estudyante. And we don't want that, Sir Jambi, no? Yun yung ayaw nating mangyari na our students have less access or have no access to education simply because of these factors. Okay, that's why we are always exploring for our teachers, no, to be able to provide alternatives, no, to these devices, to these tools, to make education para gawing yung edukasyon natin ay mas inclusive at mas may kakayahang iangkop lahat ng mga estudyante regardless kung ano man ang kanilang economic status or kakayahang bumili ng mga data like this, Sir Jambino. So that's the reason why meron tayong webinar today on Discord. Yan. Ako excited na, no? Hindi ko pa na-explore yung Discord. Malamang, pero kanina sinilip ko na yung platform, no? Ano siya, Sir Jambi, eh. Ginagamit siya ng mga gamers before,
Yes,
apparently.
correct.
It,
Sabi nila, may isa akong article na na-encounter, parang it says something like, ah, how the people behind Discord accidentally and unintentionally parang foresaw the future of education.
Yes, correct, correct. Yung how it would change. I think Sir Jambi na yung pinag-usapan natin kanina kasi inaalam natin bakit nga ba Discord yung
Correct.
meaning, yung pangalan niya. It means like dispute, disagreement,
Correct.
and I think it precisely mean that way, no? Yung idea ng disputing yung mga communication giants, no? Yung communication yung popular communication tools like Skype, Zoom, Google Meet. Ito yung mga giants kasi ito sa market, Sir Jumpy, no? Ito yung mga talagang mga go-to, mga kilala, mga branded. Kumbaga si Discord ay isang underground no tool pero revolutionizes yung communication platform. Okay, so yan na ang ating tutuklasin ngayong araw. And Sir Jambi, for today, we are glad no and we are happy to have Miss Brel Lising to talk about us, to talk about Discord, no? Based on her experiences on using Discord last semester sa Ateneo.
Wow.
Okay, so let me
So
just
si Miss Brielle talagang ginagamit niya yung Discord.
yes, oo. Yun naman lagi sir ang ano natin Sir Jambi, no, yung priority natin na yung speakers talaga natin are grounded dun sa ano sa practical use ng mga tools natin. Although of course, meron din mga theoretical aspect yung mga sharings natin pero dapat ito talaga yung priority natin, okay? So, Sir Yami, no, introduce ko lang si Miss Brielle. Received her degree in History and a minor in Cultural Heritage from the Ateneo de Manila University. Colleague ko, Sir Jambi, from History Department. Yes. She taught for 2 years as a social studies teacher in St. Pedro Poveda College, where she handled grade 7 students. Currently, she is teaching college freshmen in the Ateneo de Manila University as a member of the Department of History. As an educator, she hopes to find new ways in engaging, um, making art and history more accessible and engaging, especially to Filipino children. So let us all welcome Miss Brielle Lissing with us, okay, this afternoon. Okay, yan. Okay. Yan. Okay, yun na si Miss
Hi
Brielle,
po,
no?
good
Yan.
afternoon.
Hi, Miss Brielle.
Hello.
Yeah,
Thank you
good
for
afternoon,
having
Miss
me.
Yes, we are actually more than thankful, no? So Miss Brielle, pasensya ka na medyo napatagal ang ating, introduction. Medyo kailangan kasi natin kumustahin yung mga teachers natin coming from, the typhoon, 'no? So medyo madami po sa, teachers natin na naapektuhan ng typhoon. Pero so Miss Brielle, 'no, siguro before tayo mag-start at before kami lumabas ni Sir Jambian to give you the floor, for this, webinar, we'd like to ask siguro what would be the what would be expected from what's going to happen, what's going to be shared this afternoon.
Okay, so thank you again for inviting me. So for today, we'll be primarily like answering three questions for this afternoon. So first, ano ba yung Discord? So parang short description lang about the platform. Next, how do we get started with Discord? So how do you set up your server for your students? And also, parang ano ba yung experience ko with Discord during this particular school year? So, as you know, lahat tayo nag-shift to online learning and first time ko siyang gamitin rin as an educational tool. Parang before this, game night lang lagi ang Discord. So, ayan. So, ngayon na-explore natin siya as a way of connecting with students. So, there.
Yan, kita mo naman, yes, Sir Jambi, no, yung adaptability ng mga teachers natin. No? The moment kailangan na mag-adapt at mag-shift, ayun na, nakakapag-shift na agad. So, Miss Biel, now will be giving you the floor now to discuss to us and to share with us your experiences in using Discord as a communication tool. Okay, so good luck, and to all the teachers, enjoy, and let's unlearn, learn, and relearn from this webinar.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you again, Sir Franco and Sir Jambi. So, for today, we'll be talking about Discord as a tool for distance learning. And I'd like to begin with a question of how can we connect with our students? So, ngayon na time of physical or social distancing, diba? What ways can we connect with our students? Minsan sa classroom nga, magkakaharap na tayo. Ang hirap na mag-connect with our students. What more na magkakahiwalay tayong lahat. So, when we say connect, we also have the primary objective, of course, of getting the lesson across, making sure that they understand what we are teaching, ensuring that they are able to receive the lessons, the assignments that we have for them. But we also have to consider that today, in a time of distance learning, we have to be able to connect in the sense of relating with our students and still making the effort to make online learning a relatable experience for all. So, as mentioned earlier, these are the three questions that we will try to address today. So, let's talk about Discord. I will do a run through about how we could get started with your own servers, and I will share my experiences with Discord as well. So, siguro short caveat. I also just started using Discord. So I'm coming from a beginner's perspective. And I hope that this particular lecture will equip you with the tools that you need to get started. But like you, I also am still exploring this website and seeing like what other ways can we make use of Discord in online learning. Okay, so first, let's begin. Sagutin natin yung question, di ba? So, ano nga ba yung Discord? So, borrowing from the website of Discord. So, this is a platform where you can talk to people through text and voice. So, it's kind of like Messenger, pero medyo mas marami siyang features compared to Messenger. Okay, so this was pretty young compared to the other platform, for online platforms available now. It was introduced only in 2015. And siguro po yung students nyo medyo familiar na sa Discord because this particular platform was aimed primarily for gamers. But since we shifted to online learning, it's starting to gain popularity as a communication tool for schools. So not only schools as well, but if you explore the communities in Discord, there are also parang servers where teachers can also help each other, or libraries offering resources. So I do recommend that once you use Discord, don't just stay in your own servers, but feel free to explore, because marami pong communities na will possibly also help you in other ways. So there. Okay, so before you decide to use Discord for your classes, please make sure that your devices can handle the application. I-recommend ko po na sa laptop or sa desktop siya i-run, kasi sa mobile, good siya kung halimbawa student ako tapos makikinig ako sa lecture ng teacher. Pero kung teacher ako tapos papakita ko yung presentation, tapos kita yung webcam, medyo limiting siya sa mobile. So, I highly recommend na i-check niyo po siya sa desktop. So, ito po yung basic specs that you need to be able to run Discord. But feel free to check out the website. All the details that you need are also there. So, for desktop or your laptops, Windows 7 and up, then Mac OS 10.10 and up, yung mga operating systems na kailangan. And for mobile, so this is for your students na, you could check out, please make sure that your devices are running on Android 5 or iOS 10 or higher. So there. So, again, better po for the teachers to run Discord on a laptop or a desktop, kasi mas may freedom po kayo, especially to share your screen while giving a lecture sa desktop. Okay, so let's go on to the second part of the lecture, which is how do we get started on Discord? How do we start? And like any online platform, you first have to make an account. So this is a short video. So pagdating nyo po sa discord.com, you just have to make an account, write the username that you want. Ako po personally, dalawa po yung account ko. One for my friends where we have our game nights and everything. Tapos another for my ACADS. So, kung yung students nyo po familiar na with the platform, I highly recommend that you encourage them to create another one. Kasi medyo nakaka-bad trip nga naman kung naglalaro ka with your friends, tapos biglang lalabas yung notification from your classes. So, kung gusto nila na isahan, sure, why not? Pero maybe warn them na yun nga, magmi-mix yung accounts nila for when they have to relax and when they have to do their schoolwork. So there. So to create an account, as you saw, you just have to go to the website. First, open Discord in browser. So kaya naman siyang i-run sa like Chrome or Safari or Microsoft Edge. Pero better po na i-download nyo siya as an application. Pero kung gagawa pa lang ng account, okay lang na online muna. So, you enter your username. So, pwede po kayo gumamit ng spaces, unlike yung usernames from other websites. Enter your birthday, then enter your email and password so that maklaim nyo na yung particular server and particular username na yun. Okay. So next, once you have your account, you have to set up your server or servers. Okay, so yung server nyo is essentially the space where you make the magic in your classroom happen. So it really depends on how you want to make use of it, diba? You could have a server that is entirely dedicated to a class you're teaching, or you could have one server per section that you're teaching. So ako po, since I'm only handling 3 classes, or I was handling 3 classes in the last semester, I made one server per section. Medyo repetitive lang po siya kasi kailangan kong i-copy-paste yung announcements per section. Pero since tato lang, hindi naman po siya super hassle. So, okay lang. So, isipin nyo rin po kung paano nyo po gusto i-design yung server nyo, or kung paano nyo po gagamitin yung Discord server. So, there. As you saw, pagka name nyo ng server, magagawa na siya, and you will end up on this particular page. So, to set up a server or multiple servers, you just have to click the plus sign on the left, click create my own, then name that particular server. Okay, so to help me distinguish my classes, kasi medyo nakakalito nga siya, what I did was to create these badges on Canva. So, Canva to the rescue po talaga. So, pwede po kayo mag-assign ng parang profile picture ng inyong server para po mas madali nyo pong ma-distinguish yung iba-iba nyong servers para di masyadong nakakalito. Okay, so once you have your server or server set up, it's now time to make your channels within that particular server. Pero bago po kayo gumawa ng channel, siguro best po na i-identify niyo muna kung para saan niyo po ba gagamitin yung channels na yon. So, kailangan niyo po ba ng channel for announcements or a channel for group works or multiple channel for group works? Kailangan niyo po ba ng channel kunyari for kunyari may news reporting kayo in the morning pag nagsha-share sila ng mga headlines, so meron kayong space for discussion, or meron kayo na kung math yung subject nyo, meron kayo parang daily problem na isa-solve nila for that particular day. So, isipin niyo po kung ano yung needs nyo for your classroom para alam niyo po kung ilang channels yung gagawin nyo for your servers and kung anong klase. Okay, so para po gumawa ng channel, dun po sa server nyo, just click the small plus sign, decide if you want a text channel or a voice channel, and then name that particular channel. Okay, so they're pretty simple naman po ang instructions for creating channels. So there. So again, plus sign on the left, text channel or voice channel, and then name that particular one. So let's try to differentiate the different kinds of channels available in Discord. First is your text channel. So it essentially is like Messenger where you have a space to chat or send photos in. Tapos dito po sa text channel, pwede rin po kayo mag-send ng links or files sa students nyo. So kung meron kayong reading na gusto ipabasa, pwede nyo po ipadala dito. Yung slight limitation lang po niya is 2,000 characters lang siya per message. So kung meron po kayong medyo mahabang announcement, baka po kailangang i-break nyo into 2 messages. Now, next is the voice channel where you hold the call. So pwede pong may video, pwede pong wala. And you can also share your screen to your students. So meron po akong asterisk kasi only 50 people at a time can view your screen. So kung maliit po yung class size nyo, sobrang helpful po siya, pero kung medyo malaki at sobra sa 50, baka po kailangan yung maghanap ng alternate platform para sa lectures na ipapakita nyo yung screen nyo. Pero kung tipong lecture po siya na magsasalita lang kayo, tapos wala namang visual component, then okay lang po yung voice channel. Kasi nga po, it's one of the more powerful platforms because it can accommodate up to 5,000 users in a voice call. So, voice call po, wala pong camera, kaya po up to 5,000 people. Pero hindi pa naman po ata umaabot sa 5,000 ang students natin in a class. So, kung pinapa-turn on nyo po yung camera during your activities, medyo mahirap pong gamitin yung Discord for this kasi only 25 users at a time can share their camera. So, meaning kung mas marami sa 25 yung students nyo at kailangan po nilang i-on yung camera during your lectures, hindi po suitable yung Discord for this particular purpose. Pero kung halimbawang consultation lang, tas small group lang, then okay po siya. Tas yung problem po, pag may 25 users nang naka-on na yung camera, hindi na po siya magpapapasok ng user. So medyo naging problem ko siya this semester. Pero nagawa naman ng solution. Medyo happy rin yung students na hindi nila kailangan mag-on ng cameras all the time during our lectures. So there. Now, a channel can also be public or private. So pag sinabi po nating public channel, hindi naman po siya open to all users of Discord, but rather it's open to everyone in your server. So kung students nyo lang po yun nasa server, sila lang po makakakita ng nasa channel na yon. Now, kung private naman, private channels are when users with specific roles can see the chat or join the call. So we're going to discuss what we mean by specific roles a little later on. So kung halimbawa, meron po kayong channel, tas gusto nyo yung class officers lang yun nandun para makapag-discuss kayo ng plans for the school year and everything, then it's good to make a private channel. But a public channel is where you put all your announcements for the rest of your classes. So there. Okay, so kunyari po nakagawa na tayo ng iba't ibang channels para sa class. Kaya lang magulo kasi ang dami, tas medyo labo-labo sila. Pwede po kayong mag-create ng categories para mas maayos. So to create categories, just click yung drop-down menu and then create category, i-name nyo po siya. Tapos iselect nyo kung gusto nyo private or public. Tapos, yan, makikreate na po siya sa left. And then, gawa na po kayo ng channel. Or kung nagawa na po yung channels, pwede nyo pong i-drag na lang. So, halimbawa, in this particular case, yung ginawa ko po, kunyari, gagawa ako ng category for all the groups that I'm handling. So, yung general channels nandun sa taas. So, you have yung general, where you have your announcements, tas yung sources that they could use. Then, sa bandang baba, there is a category for the group work. So, para mas madali kong makita at para madali ring makita ng students kung saan ko or saan nila mahahanap yung group channels na magagamit nila for the quarter or for the semester. So, again, ito po yung instructions. Drop-down arrow just beside the server's name. Select create category, tas name the category. So, again, ito po yung freedom ng Discord. Depende rin po sa inyo kung paano nyo i-design, diba? Ako po kasi kinailangan ko lang ng category for yung group work, na voice channel, tsaka text channel. So, yung basic categories na ginamit ko. Pero kung para sa inyo po, gusto nyo ng additional categories na, kunyari, ano bang pwede? Kung may multiple announcements po kayo or other activities, then kayo na pong bahala kung ano yung category na palagay nyo applicable for your specific needs. Okay, so ito na po yung pinaka nagustuhan ko sa Discord, which is creating and managing rules. So, siguro isa po sa fears natin sa paggamit ng online platform is paano kung magiging magulo yung students or paano kung masyadong maraming freedom or permission yung students na may naiiba na sila sa server. So, sa Discord, magagawa naman po siya ng paraan kasi kayo rin po yung magko-control ng permissions na ibibigay nyo sa students nyo. So, for example, in my case, meron po akong class beadle or parang class assistant. So, mas binigyan ko po ng permission yung beadle to, for example, change yung nicknames or to mute students. Halimbawa, nagle-lecture ako, tapos may accidentally nag-unmute during the lecture. So, yung beadle ko, pwede niyang i-mute yon for me para tuloy-tuloy lang yung lecture ko. So, pwede niyo rin po yung gawin kung may class officers kayo and the like. So, para po sa roles, dun lang po ulit sa drop-down menu. Tapos, i-click niyo po yung roles. Okay. Tapos, dito niyo po makikita lahat ng pwedeng gawin ng people sa server. So, make sure that you take the time to really look at the different permissions that they could do. So, marami po yan. May power po sila to mute a member, to kick a member, to invite members. So, tignan niyo po kung ano yung gusto nyong magagawa ng students nyo within the server and kung alin yung mga roles and responsibilities na only a few students can have. So, wag niyo rin po kalimutan na gumawa ng role for the teacher. Kasi kung ginamit nyo na po yung everyone, edi pares na po kayo ng capacity with the rest of your class. So, by making the role of a teacher, you can more or less allow like the permissions to like do everything that you need to do in your server. So, don't forget, ito yung medyo magte-take ng time kasi titignan nyo po kung ano yung mga bagay na gusto nyo magawa ng students nyo within the server, tsaka ano yung things na you want to be careful with. So, kung ayaw nyong may capacity sila to invite students, kung gusto nyo, kayo lang po yung kaya mag-invite para mas controlled or para ma-make sure or para ma-ensure yung safety ng students nyo or privacy ng students nyo, then pwede nyo pong gawin. So, dito po kayo talagang mag-explore para makita nyo kung ano yung mga pwedeng gawin. So, aside from rules for like class officers and the teachers, dito nyo rin po pwedeng i-assign yung groupings ng students. So, ito po yung ginawa ko for this particular school year. Yung role ng groups, naka-assign din. Tapos, papakita ko po sa inyo later on kung paano siya i-assign to the members themselves. So, dito rin, again, still part of designing what you need for your Discord server. Decide po kayo kung para lang ba sa class officers yung roles na ibibigay nyo or kung gusto nyo po bang may groupings din po ba yung students nyo. Okay, tapos kayo na po bahala mag-decide kung how much freedom you'll be giving to your students in the server. Okay. So, again, pretty simple ang paggawa. Medyo mas nakakalito lang pag magde-decide ka na kung ano yung roles na gagawin. Pero to create these roles, just click the drop-down arrow, select server settings, rules, and then create the rules and name the rules as needed. And again, teachers, huwag niyo pong kalimutan na gumawa ng teacher role para sa inyo. Tapos i-on niyo po lahat ng permissions para lahat po ng kailangan yung gawin sa server, magagawa niyo. Okay, so ito na. So we have to assign roles to private channel. So hindi po siya super necessary, pero in my case, para po sa grouping, nag-assign po ako ng roles to certain private channels. Okay? So, yung roles po nila, aka yung groupings nila for the quarter. So, kung meron po kayong group of people, halimbawa, gamitin po natin ulit yung example ng yung class officers nyo. Kung gusto nyo yung class officers lang yung pwede sa group na yon, pwede nyo pong i-add yung members in that particular channel. So, ma-change naman po siya sa settings ng channel nyo. So, by the time that the students are already in the server, okay, makikita po nila na only certain people can access certain channels. So, kung gusto nyo po na may private chat po kayo ng class officers para sa discussions nyo, edi ito po yung pwede nyo gawin. Dito nyo po sila i-assign. So, to assign a role to a channel, just click the gear beside the channel name, select permissions, add role or member, tapos iselect nyo po kung sino-sino or kaninong roles yung gusto nyo po na nasa channel na yon. So halimbawa, meron po kayong 5 students na merong role na class officer. Lahat po ng students na merong tag or may role na class officer, sila po yung ma-add sa group na yon. Okay. So, once na-ready nyo na po yung servers nyo at yung mga channels nyo, pwede na po kayong mag-invite. So, hopefully, before po mag-start yung semester or yung school year nyo, na-design nyo na yung server at naayos na siya. So, by the time na nag-add na kayo ng students, ready na siya. So, yung thing lang with Discord, medyo it really will take time in the beginning. So, preparing for it, designing it, really does take up a lot of time. Pero by implementation, sobrang smooth na po niya. Pero, syempre, papakinggan din natin yung students natin kung tama ba yung settings para sa kanila, nahihirapan ba sila, masyado bang limiting. So, yung first few days, pakinggan po natin kung ano yung feedback nila. So, para po mag-add ng mga tao sa server, okay, just click yung invite people to server, tapos may lalabas po na link. Okay. Pwede po siyang, yung link po, pwede po mag-expire or pwede ring hindi. So, kung medyo strict kayo na gusto nyo lahat ng estudyante nyo, within the same day, nandun na lahat, pwede nyo pong iset na mag-expire yung link. Kung medyo mas relax po kayo, okay lang din po naman na maset nyo siya na hindi siya mag-expire. So, pwede nyo lang pong isend yung same link over and over again. So, there. So, madali lang po siya. Magkiklik lang po yung students. Tapos, kung may account na sila, ma-add sila. Pero kung wala, i-run through naman po sila sa paggawa ng account. So far, wala. Nung start naman po ng semester namin, wala naman pong nag-complain about creating Discord. I think kasi kilala na nila more or less yung platform. And kung hindi man, meron silang friends na matutulungan sila to help. So, let's just make sure that we're there for our students para tulungan sila sa setup ng account. Tapos paki-remind din po sila na siguro yung usernames nila, lalo na kung gagawa sila ng bagong account, medyo professional naman or at least yung nickname nila na gamitin sa class. Okay. So again, ito lang yung rundown ng steps sa pag-invite ng students. Just click the drop-down arrow beside the server's name. Select invite people, then determine the setting that you want for the link, like if it will expire after a day, if it won't expire at all, or if it will expire after a few hours, then you just copy the link and send it to your students. Okay, so next po, ngayong may students na tayo sa server, mag-a-assign na po tayo ng role. Pero wait lang po. Okay. Ayan. Sorry po may black. Kasi po, ito pong isa kong server para po sa friends ko. So, gumawa po ako ng sample server to help me prepare for the school year. So, yan. So, pag meron na kayong students sa server, doon po sa server members na part ng settings, pwede nyo na pong i-select kung anong roles yung gusto nyong i-assign sa kanila. So, kita nyo po dito, in-assign ko po yung sarili ko as teachers, tas yung other friends ko, in-assign ko into different groups. So, merong members sa group 1, merong members sa group 2. So, yung sa case po ng class officers, dito nyo na po siya i-assign. So, hanapin nyo lang po yung username ng students nyo, tas tsaka nyo na lang po i-assign. Now, wag po kayo mag-alala kasi pwedeng multiple roles for one person. So, halimbawa, meron akong class officer na nasa group 1 din. So, pwede ko siyang i-assign na class officer tsaka group 1. So, eto na po yung pag-pay off nung din-assign natin lahat kanina. So, again, this will take time. So, give yourself siguro a few days to get the roles ready. Okay. Pag na-add na po yung students sa server. Okay, so again, to assign roles to your members, so very helpful po yung drop-down icon beside the server's name. So just click that, click server settings, click members, and then may plus sign po sa tabi ng name ng student. Kiklik nyo lang po yun, tapos lalabas na po doon lahat ng roles na prepare nyo. So, iselect nyo na lang po, tapos good to go na po siya. So, ito po yung in relation sa sinabi ko kanina, to remind your students to make sure na yung username nila medyo professional sounding naman or nandun yung pangalan nila sa username. Okay? In case na meron na silang Discord account even before siya gamitin in the classroom, pwede naman nilang gamitin yung same account and may power naman po kayo to change the nickname. Okay? Depende rin po sa inyo kung gusto nyo na kayo lang ang able mag-change or ang may capacity to change the nickname or kung gusto nyo po na yung students na mismo ang mag-change ng nicknames nila. So, siguro kung younger students, easier po siguro na kayo na po yung mag-change. Pero kung older students, like high school, college, kaya na po nila yan on their own. So, again, sa server members na page po, may 3 dots sa right ng name. Okay? Doon niyo po mahahanap isa sa options yung change nickname. So, kung kahit ano pa man yung username nila, like for example, sa server na to, yung username ko po, Kwentuhang Fishball. Okay? So, hindi naman po professional na gamitan yung Kwentuhang Fishball pagkaharap ko ng students ko. So, pwede ko po palitan na Miss Brielle Leasing or Ma'am Brielle. So, depende po sa inyo kung ano yung gusto nyong gamitin na username. Alright, so again, step-by-step instructions, drop-down arrow ulit, server settings, members, tas hanapin yung 3 dots sa bandang right, okay, malapit sa name ng student, tas pwede nyo na pong i-change yung nickname. So, yung permission po to change the nickname, again, can be found or could be arranged dun sa permissions or dun sa roles na part. So, again, i-review nyo po kung ano yung roles and responsibilities na magagawa ng students nyo within the server. Okay, so important note, please don't forget to set rules or boundaries. So ako po kasi college students yung mga hinandle ko. So medyo familiar na sila with yung etiquette online, kailan sila dapat mag-send ng messages at kailan dapat hindi. Okay, pero para po sa teachers na mas bata yung students, siguro ito na po yung time na pwede rin natin silang i-practice sa online etiquette and parang ano ba dapat yung tono nila pag co-communicate online. So good practical application din po siya. Okay, tas ito pong rules and boundaries para rin po to sa inyo teachers. I'll give examples later on of how setting rules and boundaries work for me. So that's pretty much it. By learning how to create your own account, setting up your servers and channels, be patient teachers, it will really take time. Sanayan po talaga paggawa ng server sa Discord, but you're more or less ready at this point. So again, please don't forget to be flexible. Listen to your students in the first few days para alam po natin yung feedback nila na okay ba yung settings na to, nakakalito ba, paano pa natin pwedeng ayusin para in the next few weeks, in the next coming weeks, mas smooth na po ang ating paggamit ng Discord. So there. Okay. discuss ko lang po yung strengths of Discord as I've discovered as I used it in this particular semester. So, Discord is super customizable. So, depende po talaga sa needs nyo for your class. Sky's the limit po ang Discord. Kung paano nyo po siya i-design, paano nyo siya i-utilize, talaga pong depende sa inyo. May basic guides naman po available online. So, that's what I like about it kasi dahil bago siya at very innovative yung platform, people are very excited about it. So they have different ways of designing their servers, how to use it in different situations. So tingin din po tayo online for inspiration. So I think alam na po natin yan, especially ngayong shift sa online learning. Pero don't forget to always ask for help then sa colleagues or people online who have already used this platform. Another thing about Discord is that they have bots. I didn't discuss it kasi hindi ko po siya masyadong ginamit for this semester or this quarter. But meron pong bots or like virtual assistants ang Discord. So, ito po ay dinevelop ng programmers and developers na will assist you in different tasks. So, for example, merong classroom bot that will help you take attendance and the like. Merong groovy bot. So, kung gusto niyo pong mag-play ng music habang nag-iintay or habang hindi pa nagsistart yung lecture, pwede niyo pong gamitin. So, explore then not only yung different kinds of servers, but also what bots are available and which ones you can use. So, pero siguro heads up na lang po, hindi po super infallible yung bots. Minsan, pag maraming tao sa server, nahihirapan po siya. Like, sinubukan ko pong gamitin yung Craig na bot, which is meant to record yung call. Okay? Tapos hindi siya gumana for me or gumana for my students. So, I had to find another solution for it. So, heads up lang po. Again, trial and error talaga, especially in the first few weeks when using a new platform. So, just be patient with yourselves and your students and this new platform that we're using, diba? Another strength of Discord is that students are already familiar with it. So, medyo kakilala na po nila yung Discord, more or less. Siguro po, nagamit na nila to habang naglalaro ng Among Us pag weekend. So, medyo kakilala na nila. Tapos, yung gusto ko po sa Discord, dahil sa interface niya, medyo casual siya, medyo relaxed. So, for me, strength yun. Depende na po sa inyo kung paano po yung classroom management nyo. Pero, ngayon po kasi na kailangan natin mag-connect with students and to make them feel comfortable para hindi masyadong burden ang online learning. That was a good thing for me na the students can feel relaxed while they talk to me. Another strength is that it's good for collaboration kasi meron po akong major project for my class na group work. So, ito po SEM-long siya. So, buong semester, nagko-coordinate sila, nagko-collaborate. And dito po ako naging super thankful sa Discord kasi dahil may text channels, yung lahat ng groups, merong voice channels, super dali to go in and out and to check on the different groups. So, that's something na kahit may breakout rooms yung Zoom, hindi ako totally happy with it. Medyo limiting siya for me. But sa Discord, sobrang strong, sobrang ganda, sobrang smooth ng flow ko within the different groups. So, I also noticed na sabi nila, relatively less yung data consumption ng Zoom, lalo na kung audio call lang siya. So, ako po kasi personally, limited din yung internet namin. Walang fiber, so very weak pa yung internet connection. Kaya rin po ako na-motivate na gamitin yung Zoom. Yung Discord. Kasi kahit na may Zoom account po kami na available to us, medyo fear ko po yung baka naglalag or hindi naririnig ng students properly yung lecture. So, through Discord, relatively smooth naman po yung lectures namin. So, it's not perfect, but it worked well for me, at least for this semester. So, para lang po fair, meron din naman pong weaknesses yung Discord. So, first, siguro po habang nag-explain ako ng servers, tsaka channels, medyo nakakalito po siya, understandably. Promise, ako rin po, litong-lito po ako nung first time ko siyang ginamit. So, it really will take some getting used to. Pero pag nasanay na po kayo, sobrang dali na po niyang gamitin. Kasi nga po, ang dami yung room to play around and to customize your server. So, much like anything naman po na bago, kailangan masanay din tayo. Tapos, yun nga, dahil may guides naman online sa YouTube, sa Discord servers mismo, marami po tayong ways na mahahanapan ng help, di ba? Or kung kailangan natin ng specific advice for yan online. Isa pa pong weakness, medyo nabanggit ko na po siya kanina. So, kung may video call po kayo, you can't see more than 25 participants. So, for example, yung class ko po, nasa 33 po kami last semester. I had to remind them na, guys, cameras off tayo kasi hindi ba kakapasok yung iba sa call. Pero pag consultation po namin, okay po siya kasi nakikita ko yung students ko. So, at least kahit magkakaiwalay kami at hindi pa kami nag-meet face-to-face, medyo nakilala ko naman po sila kahit papano. So there. Another weakness of Discord is that pag naka-camera po kayo, tapos nag-share screen kayo, hindi na po nila makikita yung camera nyo. So, ang ginawa ko po para magawan to ng solution is to use OBS. So, sabi po ni Sir Franco, nagkaroon na lang po ng training for OBS. So, familiar na po kayo with it. So, magagawa naman po siya ng way. Again, may guides din po online. I'm more than happy to help you with like using OBS and Discord. So, just let me know if you have other questions. Another weakness of Discord is that wala siyang in-app recording. So, unlike Google Meet or Zoom na habang nagdi-discuss kayo at habang nasa call kayo, isang click lang, marirecord na yung lectures. Sa Discord po, wala yon. So, ako po, ang ginawa ko po, OBS ulit, OBS to the rescue, para sa recording. Or pwede rin naman pong bot, pero again, use with caution kasi minsan nag-work, minsan hindi. Yung OBS naman po, reliable naman po siya. So, maganda pong mag-work hand-in-hand yung Discord and OBS kasi ito rin po yung ginagamit ng gamers pag nagsi-stream sila. So, ayan, alam mo naman po, nag-shift na po tayong lahat, content makers na tayo. Okay. Okay, so, um,
Brielle, no, bago siguro tayo pumunta dyan sa very, very important part ng iyong discussion for today. Kasi ito na yung pinakang meat no, ng ating discussion for today. Kasi yung na-discuss kanina are just introduction, kay kumbaga patikim for our teachers. But Sir Miss Brielle, no, meron lang kaming mga several question. Before tayo magpatuloy, no, kasi may mga concerns, sometimes may mga konting concerns na yung mga teachers natin, no? I mean, I listed down kasi medyo mabilis na umaakyat bumababa ang ating live chat, no. So Miss Biel, yung una nilang question ay kanina nasagot mo na, it's about audience limit. Kaysa nasagot na natin, no, meron kang for voice call, meron kang 5,000, so ang dami, no. Pwede kang Jambi, pwede tayong mag-conference sa loob ng Discord, no? Tapos sa video call, voice call lang.
voice call
Pero
lang.
Miss Biel, no, yung time limit, meron silang tinatawag about time limit. Meron bang time limit, for example? Kasi for example, sa unpaid account ng Zoom, meron kang 40 minutes, no? Si Google Meet ngayon, meron ng 60 minutes limit. Si Discord ba, pag nag-voice call ka, meron din siyang limit?
As far as I know, wala. Pwede siyang tuloy-tuloy. Like, kasi personally naman, sa game nights namin, umaabot kami ng 3, 4, 5 hours. At tuloy-tuloy lang siya. So, wala namang problem.
Yeah. Siguro teachers, yun yung kailangan nating maintindihan about Discord kasi na-design siya talagang yung inisip talaga na designers were the gamers, no. And pagdating sa mga gamers, napaka-particular niyan about quality ng videos, quality ng audio, yung data usage, napaka-importante sa kanila niyan. Kaya ang sasabi namin, relatively, no, we can't have statistics to compare the three, yung Zoom, Google Meet, tsaka Discord. Pero definitely, no, given the design, mas mababa talaga si Discord, no. And I think meron ng
Then,
mga posts na, Sir Jambi, no, meron nag-viral na on this, no, yung nag-try siya ng Discord at parang in a 1 hour meeting, parang yung voice call nila ay umabot lang ng 60 MB. Ganun lang kababa yung nagamit nila for an hour meeting yata yun. So, imagine that, no? Lalo na sa mga students natin na has no or very little access to internet,
mm,
napakalaking tulong po yan. Miss Brel, what's your opinion about younger users? Sabi nila, mayroon ba tong mahihirapan ba ang mga younger users on using
first, like grade
um,
schoolers siguro.
siguro yung mga kinder, mga ganun. Kaya ba ng
Ay,
kinder
naku,
to, Miss?
hindi talaga. Nako, probably not for grade school. Siguro, mas better itong gamitin senior high to college. Though,
Oo.
feeling ko naman kaya siya ng grade 7, ng junior high. Kaya rin, onting sanayan lang. Tas siguro ginagamit na rin nila to para sa game nights nila lately. Pero
Ano?
hindi ko siya ma-recommend for grade schoolers and younger. Medyo mahirap pa siyang gamitin.
Yes. Siguro magma-matter na dito, Miss Bel, Sir Jambi, yung idea ng how do you introduce it? Okay, so for example,
Mm.
siguro kung younger your students are, definitely it should take longer to acclimatize, teach them, orient them. But the older they are, no, siguro mas mabilis yung orientation, mas konti yung kailangang ibigay na training period. Pero habang bumabata, siguro tagalan din natin. Wag naman, for example, after this webinar, i-message mo na kagad yung mga students mo na grade 4 at sasabihin, oh, Discord na tayo next week,
Discord
ha.
na.
Hindi tayo pwedeng gano'n, no? Hindi tayo pwedeng gano'n. Sabi,
Ah,
may mga questions ka ba kay Miss Brielle about her discussion?
Then, natutuwa lang ako dun sa mga questions dun sa ano eh. Sa comment section. Sabi daw, ano daw yung game na nilalaro niya, Miss Mel?
nag
Yeah, no? Miss
Dungeons
Brielle, oo.
and Dragons
Sali
po
daw
kami.
siya.
Nasali daw siya sa server mo, Miss Brielle.
May game night na po ba for teachers?
Yan. Yan. Dito, Sir Jambi, may request na, oh. Gawa po kayo ng Discord server for Kaagapay Teacher Support. Sir Jambi,
Alam
nagawa
niyo
na
naman,
natin. Ipopost na po
pagka
natin yun.
naiinit sa comment section,
Huwag po kayo
sigurado na
nagbibiro sa comment section, no? Kasi very ano po kami sa comment section namin, no? Yan po ang aming masihan ng mga programa namin. So kung ano po yung lumalabas dyan, lumalabas po sa KTS or sa Kaagapay Teacher Support. Sir, Miss Brielle, about mob devices. Pwede ba ang setup ng mga teachers, for example, naka-desk? Kasi na-recommend mo kanina, Miss Bell, no, na si teacher para mas maging bilang facilitator nung engagement, mas recommended na naka-desktop. Si students
Mm.
ba okay lang silang naka-mobile?
Yes. Okay lang po
Okay,
na naka-mobile. Madali
wala
lang
namang
mag-jump
nagiging problem.
in sa call at manood ng stream sa mobile. Pero kung teacher po kayo, medyo mas mahirap po siya sa mobile. So, talagang desktop po tayo dapat or laptop.
Pero Miss Bell, no, pag for example, no, pag nag-voice call ka, ibig sabihin nakakapag-usap kayong lahat, no? Ganun naman yung ano, or
Mm.
hindi naman siya like katulad nitong stream, no, na hindi pwedeng magsalita yung audience natin or hindi at
Opo. Pwede,
naririnig yung audio ng utak. So
so,
talagang
ang
may
gagawin nila,
interaction.
So, for example, pag kami sa class, so i-remind ko sila na mute muna lahat. Tapos, in the end, kung may question sila, pwede na sila mag-mute. So, again, medyo madali kasi college students na sila. So, important talaga na mag-set kayo ng rules as a teacher.
Okay, Miss Brill, may clarification from Miss Lilet Lascano. We
Mm.
pala our students and can present visual materials during classes or conference.
You can't, so hindi, totoo po, hindi nyo makikita yung students nyo. Again, downside siya ng Discord for me. Pero pwede naman po kayo mag-present ng visual materials kasi pag naka-download na po siya sa computer nyo, pwede na po kayo mag-share screen.
Okay. Ito po from Miss Az. Miss Brielle, gaano katagal ang adjustment ng mga students in using Discord?
Hindi masyadong matagal. for me, parang siguro yung parang in-introduce ko yung server, yung first week of classes. By the second week, medyo sanay na sila na pag may questions sila for group works, alam nila sa private channel. Pag may general questions sila sa general na channel. Pag may sources sila na gusto i-share, dun sila sa sources. Tapos pag urgent, sa email na sila magsasend ng message.
Yun. Itong next question, siguro both, for Sir Jambi, what do you think also bilang rin tayo, naka-online classes din tayo, Sir Jambi, at saka mga online meetings. Sir, Miss Brielle din, for the teachers na meron na silang nakaset na structure, online classes, paano natin pwedeng ma-integrate si Discord without disrupting yung what has been set in place already? Kasi parang ang naging concern ng mga teachers sa live chat kanina, baka biglang baka magwala yung mga parents namin kasi bagong tool na naman to or something like that. So, siguro Sir Jambi, no, Miss Brielle, ano yung pwedeng reminders natin or ways natin to go about this, exploring Discord without creating a Discord.
Nice
Ah,
word
wait,
play.
Yes, applied. Nasa script ko yan, Sir Jambi, na nilagay natin sa script
Parang
natin.
mga isang oras mo nang binubueluhan yung
Yes, binibuild up natin yan. And siguro Sir Jambi muna. Sir Jambi, what's your opinion to
ako na ba?
audience, no?
Sige. Actually, isa yun sana sa mga gusto kong banggitin kanina, which I was planning on mentioning later on anyway, na unang-una, itong pag-present namin, itong webinar natin about Discord is not at all an invitation for all teachers to stop na tayo. Whatever you're doing now, stop na tayo. Let's all shift to Discord. Definitely not. Ako una, for teachers na nandito, for school owners, for administrators na nandito, siguro ngayon pa lang, kung hindi pa man tanggapin na natin na whatever we are having now may not be just for this school year. Kung sakasakali man na mag-resume na yung face-to-face classes, I still see a future in distance education. So, this probably is something for consideration in the future. Pero syempre, if you're considering something in the future, ngayon pa lang pag-aralan mo na. Ngayon pa lang i-test out mo na. Pangalawa, ina-appreciate din natin yung fact na merong Discord, na merong alternative. Kasi kaya rin po patuloy na pinagbubuti ni Google Meet at ni Zoom yung kanilang, pati ni Webex, yung kanilang mga offerings, yung kanilang mga the elements that they have in their applications. Kasi nga may nag-i-exist na ganitong mga alternatives. So, dahil merong competition, kailangan mong mag-improve, kailangan mong mas gumanda pa. Now, kung ito naman ay kung talagang wala pa kayong naka-establish na na video conferencing tool at nagpaplano pa lang kayo, then maybe, just maybe, you may want to consider Discord. Yun yung akin.
Go ahead, Miss Brielle.
Paano po ba? Kasi ako from the beginning, from the get-go, Discord na agad yung ginamit ko. So, I'm not sure. Pero, siguro yun nga po kung i-introduce niyo po siya ulit. Or before niyo po siyang introduce, isipin niyo po muna kung ito nga po ba yung platform na kailangan niyo for you. So, explain ko po kasi later, nagkaroon ako ng need ng way to communicate with my students kasi hindi po ako happy sa feature ng communication para sa LMS na ginagamit namin sa Ateneo. So, everything else, maganda po yung Canvas. Pero parang nakulangan ako dun sa messaging part. Parang sabi ko, parang ang awkward naman kung parang puro email type yung communication namin. So, kaya ako ginamit yung Discord kasi naghahanap ako ng parang real-time na communication without having to resort to Messenger. So parang ayoko naman na yung personal kong Facebook, gagamitin ko rin for work. So, sabi ko, baka may other way. Tapos in-introduce nga yung Discord to me. Kaya sabi ko, okay, ito yung gagamitin ko. So, nag-work well naman siya. Pero, again, much like anything new, talagang give yourself time, tapos give your students time as well to adjust. Kasi talagang, lalo na kung first time nila, sanayan po talaga yan bago siya maging smooth all the way later on.
Totoo. Maraming salamat, Miss Brel, for that. No? Yan. Siguro ako naman, personally, ang aking opinion dyan, Sir Jamie tsaka Miss Brel, no? Pwede naman tayong pumili, no? We don't need to take Discord as a whole. Hindi man kailangan na kung ano yung lahat ng discuss ni Miss Brel kanina, aangkupin natin lahat. Kasi nga, the truth is that since nag-start na tayo last October no, ng ating online classes, kay marami, last July, August, etc. May nakaset na in place, no? But maybe we can get some aspects of Discord. For example, nakita ko dito, for example, yung voice call. So hindi mo naman kailangan, for example, gamitin si Discord for your announcements, like how comprehensively Miss Brielle is using it, no? Sabi nga ni Sir Joy, no, kung nag-start ka pa lang, baka mas gusto mong explore na ganun ka-comprehensive yung use mo. Pero may nakaset na, no? Yung example, nag-Google Classroom ka naman na, or naka-Canvas ka na, o kaya naka-Moodle ka na, no? Nandun na yung mga announcements mo, then maybe get Discord as a communication platform kung saan pwede kang mag-set ng mga video conferencing sessions mo or synchronous sessions mo. And then you merge it, no? And if you, for example, see the value of Discord, then slowly, gradually, transition, no? For example, konti-konti, mag-start ka na rin magbigay ng announcements sa Discord, etc. Magbigay ng mga groupings, mag-create ng mga more channels, etc. Categories, until you make your server much bigger, tsaka mas madami laman. Pero hindi kailangan na agad-agad lahat ng agad ng mga tinuro ni Miss Claire ngayon, may apply ka agad natin sa Monday. Teachers, please no, wag natin gawin yan sa mga students natin. It's gonna create so much confusion. We don't want that now. Okay, we want is clarity, and of course, accessibility ng lahat ng mga students natin. Miss, lang, no?
Sir Franco,
Yes, go. Yes, sir.
Sir Franco, gusto mo, antayin muna nila yung gagawin mong, Discord.
Yes.
Para mapag-practice
Tama.
Doon po natin explore yan. No? Perhaps gawin nga natin yan, Sir Jambi, no? Para pag hindi tayo naka-catch up Mondays, no? Nandun lang tayo sa Discord.
Parang alam ko na kung anong gagawin mo mamayang gabi.
I-set up natin yan. Miss Biel, clarify ko lang. Si text channel tsaka voice channel, okay? Can the students access it without you? Or you need to be there to turn on the channel? Something like that.
No. They can access it on their own. So, halimbawa, yung channels, for example, yung private channels ng groups pala, yung individual groups, pwede nilang gamitin yung channel kahit wala ako. So, minsan magsasabi sila, Ma'am, we're going to have a call sa group. Okay lang po bang gamitin namin Discord? Sabi ko, hindi nyo kailangan magpaalam. Nandyan yan para sa inyo. So, kung gusto nyong sumama ako, tsaka lang ako sasama. Pero hindi yung tipong, pag nakita kong online sila, tapos may call sila, bigla akong sisingit. Sabi ko, hindi ko naman gagawin yun. So again, important yung rules and boundaries sa Discord. Actually, anything.
Sir Jumpy, no, yan yung ni Zoom tsaka Google Meet. Kasi, kunyari, yung mga breakout rooms, pwede gamitin kapag andun ka sa call. Diba? Pag ikaw yung gumawa ng call. So ito pala, so pwede silang like small communities of students inside your one server.
Yes.
And na po ba akong lumabas? Set up lang ako ng Discord ko.
Discord na kayo.
Gusto ko ng Miss Bia, last two questions. So baka lang iwan natin to. Baka lang po magalit sa atin ng ating mga ito po from Sir Jeremy Almirenes. Kung naka-voice call kayo, biglang nag-turn on ang video ng 25 students. Anong possible na mangyari? Mawawala po ba yung ibang students? Maki-kick out po ba sila?
Nako, hindi ko pa sure kasi hindi pa yun nangyari sa akin. Personally, yung nangyari sa akin, nag-start kami ng call, nag-on yung 25 students, tas the rest, hindi na makapasok sa call. So, again, important siguro na remind natin yung students na before the call, turn off yung webcams, okay, tas mute your mics, tas yun. Siguro later on na
Correct.
lang, tsaka na lang sila mag-on kung kailangan talaga. Pero kung hindi naman kayo strict about yung webcam na rule, like ako personally in my class, okay lang kahit hindi. Kasi meron akong 8 a.m. class, sure ako yung iba nakahiga pa habang nakikinig sa akin. So, okay lang naman kahit naka-off yung webcam nila.
Pero ano nito, Miss, no, I think given yung structure usually ng mga ganito, hindi naman basta-basta makikik to. Magkakaroon lang dito, if-force lang na hindi sila makapag-turn on. So,
Mm,
nawawala yung option to turn on their videos. Okay? Pero again, explore po
possible.
natin. No? Okay,
Mm.
ito po, last question from Miss Az. Wala po bang resistance nung mag-implement kayo ng Discord? Wala po bang Discord in the implementation? Yes.
Ayan.
Si Gabby yung
Actually,
ano
si
dun.
Franco, tinatawagan na ngayon ng Ateneo si Miss Bea.
Miss
Sorry
Biel,
po.
ano po yan? Hindi niyo po yung promote ng ating platform. Ayun, Miss
Ayaw
Biel,
gamitin.
tumawag na ano. Wala na raw tayong load sa second sem. Just kidding. No? Anyway, maraming. Again, we're just exploring. No? We're committed
Mm.
naman, Sir Jambi, to use our platform. Yes.
Yes.
Bumabawi. Anyway,
Supplementary lang ang
Miss
Discord.
Biel, meron po bang
Ah,
resistance?
bine-brace ko yung sarili ko na in case may complaints kasi baka ma-hassle yung students na like may canvas na, magdadagdag pa ng isa. Pero in-explain ko kasi na primary communications tool siya for our class. Tapos, dun din yung group work. So, I think, kung ma-explain naman natin sa students kung bakit natin in-introduce tong bago, magigets naman nila kung bakit may bago. So,
Yeah.
yun, siguro important na level with your students din na ini-introduce ko to, hindi lang kasi gusto ko, hindi lang dahil convenient sa akin, pero as a teacher, feeling ko ito yung tool na tutulong sa atin sa class natin. So, yun.
I think, no, Sir Jambi, unless you have a question, babalik na tayo sa discussion ni Miss
Babalik pa naman
Brielle.
tayo mamaya, no?
Yes, we'll be back, no. Marami pa akong prepared lines, no, using Discord. Yes. Mga 10 lines. Go. Let's have the second part of the presentation, Miss Brielle.
Okay, so medyo short na siguro to dahil na-explain ko na or na-share ko na most ng experiences ko with Discord. Pero overview lang about my own experience with Discord with my students. So, ayan, as mentioned earlier, yung primary LMS or learning management system ng Ateneo is Canvas. And I like Canvas. I like it na para sa requirements. Pagbigay na requirements, pag-check na requirements is very good. Pero as I said earlier, nakulangan ako sa chat function and sa inbox. So I was looking for a tool that would help me communicate with my students better without having to use Messenger or other social media platforms. So, thankfully, in-introduce siya ng friends ko sa akin. And again, nagsimula siya sa game nights with my friends. Meron po kaming co-teacher na binigyan kami ng parang basic rundown on how to use Discord. So, para masanay. Tapos talagang siguro mga 1 month almost ako nag-prepare. Gumawa ako ng sample server sa personal kong Discord. Tapos nag-add ako ng friends ko. Sabi ko, guys, may itetest ako. Pwede niyo ako samahan. So, again, marami talagang time na medyo kailangan ibuhos para masanay sa Discord at para ma-design siya to fit your needs perfectly. Pero, for me, worth it yung effort na yun in the end. Kasi when the SEM started, it was pretty smooth already. So, actually, nung una, joke lang siya. Parang, paano kaya kung gamitin natin ito sa SEM? Tapos sabi ko, well, why not, diba? Let's try to use it. And nag-work naman siya for me, thankfully. So, in relation to what I mentioned earlier, it's important to set rules and boundaries for your students because it's protection, I guess, not only for your students but for you as well. So again, practical application siya ng online etiquette. So some of the rules that I laid down sa students ko in my syllabus, first, yung messages, hopefully padala nila between like during work hours. So between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. unless emergency na kailangan na talagang tugunan. So that's when they send an email before that. Or kung magpapadala sila ng email, for example, 7 p.m., um, pwede naman nilang ipadala, pero don't expect a reply from me until 8 a.m. the next day. So, I think good din siya for us teachers and for the students as well to remind them that your teachers have lives outside of the classroom. Marami po tayong ginagawa pag di tayo nag-online learning. Marami po tayong chinechekan at prepare pang modules. At the same time, it also teaches them to respect other people's time, diba? So, that's good. So, pero hindi maiwasan, minsan nakaka-receive pa rin ako ng messages at 1 a.m. habang nagche-check ako, tapos sila gumagawa ng requirements. So, medyo not surprising naman. So, another rule that I had was not to expect a reply on weekends. So, syempre gusto naman po natin to be there for our students when we need them. When they need us. And we want to be there for them as much as possible. Pero, sinabi ko rin sa kanila na personally, I'm trying to set a boundary between workdays and weekends. Na mas mahirap ngayon sa online setting kasi kung saan tayo nag-work, dun din yung bahay natin. So, medyo wala na yung distinction. And yung difference na lang between weekdays and weekends, yung parang break natin, diba? So, para din sa, I guess, sa mental health ko at sa mental health ng students, hopefully, sana may distinction between days na nag-work tayo at sa weekend. So, sabi ko sa kanila, as much as possible, try not to send an email during weekends. And again, same, pwede naman nilang ipadala yung email, pero mag-reply ako Monday na. So, unless super urgent. An unwritten rule that we had was that we could be casual but not too casual. So parang sa akin okay lang na gumagamit sila ng emojis sa Discord or hehe or haha tas hahaha na napakarami. Okay lang for me. Again, kasi isa sa goals ko for the year was to also help the students feel comfortable with online learning and to try to establish a connection with them as much as possible, to try to make them feel na they're not alone sa online learning. Kasi yun yung feedback na nakuha ko. Parang feeling na, parang most ng students ngayon, feeling nila mag-isa nilang tinataverse yung online learning, na mag-isa lang nilang ginagawa yung modules and everything. So, gusto ko sana mas maging present for my students. And I found a way to do that through yung chat sa Discord. So, I was happy with that naman. So, thankfully, hindi naman nag-bleed through sa essays nila yung mga haha at emojis. Alam naman nila kung ano yung tone na dapat gamitin sa Discord, ano yung tone para sa essay. So, thankful for that. But siguro for the younger students, like the ones in high school, medyo blurred pa yung distinction between like academic work and yung communications with the teacher. So, kailangan rin natin itong i-take into consideration when introducing a new communications platform. Next is that, na-mention ko na earlier, kasi nga pwedeng gamitan ng students yung channels even without me. So for example, sa text channels, alam nilang nandun ako. So everything na sasabihin nila, makikita ko. So hindi sila masyado nag-chat doon. Pero marami sa kanila ginagamit yung voice channel. So kahit online lang ako, it's nice to see na may several groups that are talking to each other, they're coordinating. So, happy naman ako na through Discord, para nagkaroon sila ng another way to communicate with their classmates. So, again, teachers, please don't forget to set these rules, okay? Before you begin, or at least at the beginning of the semester or the quarter, depende po sa academic calendar nyo, para po smooth then for everyone. So, be patient with your kids. Always remind them na of the rules that you have agreed upon. So, there's that. So, ito po yung parang a few of screenshots from my own servers. Very basic yung server ko kasi nga may canvas na kami. So, anything related to like submission of requirements nandun sa canvas, pero communications are mostly done on Discord unless medyo formal yung request, then that's when they like contact me through email. So yun. Pero pag halimbawa may questions lang sila about like the topic that we've discussed, then they send me a message either sa group channel nila or sa private message sa akin. So, I like Discord kasi it allowed me to kind of meet my students. So, dahil limited lang sila na group, excuse me, sorry, like mga 4 or 5 members lang sila per group na channel. Mas relax sila, mas casual sila, mas open sila makapagkwentuhan minsan or to discuss what they like about the lecture or what they've discovered. So that's something that I really, really like. Tapos ito yung few announcements that I made. So before I start our synchronous sessions, I remind them na we start like at 8:15 kasi ito yung 8 o'clock class ko. So nag-ask sila kung pwede medyo later yung start, hindi 8 na sakto. So we usually start 8:15. Tapos I remind them na no need to turn yung webcams on, but if I have questions, I need them to unmute, tapos tell me, for example, pag tanong ako, okay guys, can you see the PowerPoint? I need them to either type sa general channel na, yes ma'am, we see it, or to tell me na they can see it. So, thankfully, I can monitor it on my own. But in case medyo malaki yung classroom nyo, then this is when your class officers can step in and help you monitor. So, halimbawa, hindi nyo nakikita yung questions ng students, meron kayong officer pwedeng sabihin, Miss, sorry, meron pong question si ganito. So, pwede nyo pong tignan or pwede nyo pong sagutin yung question. So there. Tapos pag asynchronous session naman kami, kasi for my class, once a week lang yung synchronous sessions, tas video lectures uploaded sa YouTube yung ginawa ko. Pag asynchronous, I always tell them na I'm online naman for the entire day. Sorry kung may onting delay, pero you can send me your questions, concerns, ganyan. So, again, parang reminder na kahit magkakaiwalay kami or kahit wala kaming synchronous session for that day, I'm still there if they need me or if they have any questions. So, that's something na I wanted to encourage in my students. Parang if they need help and they feel like medyo lost na sila, they can approach me as your teacher so that we could work it out. Pero most of them are pretty independent. Nagagawa naman nila ng paraan bago pa nila ako tanungin. So, hindi siya super formal all the time. I tried my best to make our Discord server parang medyo lighthearted din. So, I would send stuff I found online. So, minsan may articles na related to our topic or articles related to their project. So, I'd send that to them. Baka kasi they'd be interested, ganyan. Or sometimes I'd send memes. So, siguro sa medyo mas formal na setup, this is frowned upon. But again, I was trying to sa college kasi medyo mas may room kami for that. So, I send them memes like related to the class. So, for example, this one, pinadala ko sa kanila after nila nagpasa ng few requirements nila. So, parang just a way of like making connections with them, diba? Something that I also noticed is that for this particular quarter, yung students ko po very open sila about the status of their mental health. So understandably, it's a little harder for other teachers to understand, and that's okay. We take our time with it. Pero yung students ko po, for example, they'd share pag medyo intense yung anxiety nila. So medyo nahihirapan sila to make their projects. Or namatayan sila ng family member. So talagang wala pa sila sa tamang headspace to deal with the requirements needed. So, most of the conversations like that was initiated or were initiated in Discord rather than email. So, I think kasi nga medyo mas relaxed yung Discord, medyo mas naging open din yung students to share how they're feeling at their moment. And what I like about it is it gives us a space to kind of work through it together. Parang both as a student and the teacher, diba? Na parang, sige, paano natin to gagawan ng solution without parang sacrificing your mental health, diba? So, yun, medyo less intimidating siguro kasi siya than email. So, hindi naman sa binibigyan ng free pass yung student, pero we always place an importance on caring for the students. So I think Discord was also able to help me like make that happen for my own students. So that's what I liked about it. My students were very open and about how they're doing at the moment, and it helped us make solutions or find solutions to work through it. So there. So to sum like everything up, okay, Discord became my way to connect with my students. Conveying announcements, like having synchronous sessions, consultation sessions were easy over Discord. Pag emergency lang namin ginagamit yung Zoom or pag first tsaka last. Okay. But what I like most about it is that it helped me connect with my students. Parang um, in almost but not quite the same way, almost lang, like as if we were in a classroom setting. Yung parang small kwentuhan sessions before class starts or after class starts, we were more or less able to have that through Discord. So parang pag downtime, onting kwentuhan, or they share what they're listening to at the moment, what they're watching at the moment. So um I think this is also necessary for us kasi connecting with your students parang comes almost naturally when we're in the classroom with them. Kasi madali lang, kaharap natin sila, madaling makipag-chika ng onte or getting to know them, um, or like asking them how they're doing. But it's a little harder when we're in this online setup where we have a screen between us, diba? So but much like online learning or everything that we had to go through to adjust to this online learning, um, making connections or making online learning a meaningful experience, not just in a way that it is substantial in terms of what they learn, but getting to relate with them, getting to connect with them is also something that we have to work on as teachers. So I hope that kung mag-decide nga po kayo na gamitan yung Discord, or kung i-implement niyo po siya or integrate sa classes nyo, I hope that you also find the ways to make it unique, to make it yours totally, and help you find which works so that you could make your own connections with your students at a much deeper level. So that is all. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you have other questions, my email is there. Feel free to send me a message. I'll do my best to reply. So thank you.
Thank you, Miss Brielle.
Thank you.
Yan, maraming salamat po, Miss Biel, no? Teachers, I think we can still go with some questions. If you still have questions for Miss isa po sa pinaka, yes, ganda ng comment ni Miss Antoinette Pagdilaw, Laktuen. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Best speaker.
Best speaker.
Yes.
Thank you.
Actually, Sir Javi, nakita mo yung
Thank
mga
you po.
chat ng mga teachers natin. No? Siyempre, mga teachers talaga natin very, very particular sa details. Isa sa mga napansin nila, napakaganda daw ng boses ni Miss Brielle. Okay? Yung mga Sir Javi, baka pwede invite si Miss Brielle sa December show natin. Baka hindi na nalalaman, may tinatago palang
Oo
singing
nga.
talent. So,
Baka po
alamin natin yan sa
magka-bagyo-lapag na lang.
Hindi ko
Hindi na makasya si Miss Brielle.
Oo. Ano na, Sir Javi, lista mo na sa number 1. Okay, so yan na. Sure na yan.
Pwede
Ano?
ba sa bayang podcast?
Makakapagpakas pa si Miss Brielle, no? Feeling ko humble lang si Miss Brielle. No, yung pitch, yung tone, it's there eh.
Sana nga po, pero hindi talaga.
Si Javi, syempre coming from me, no? Parang unreliable.
Natatawa na nga ako.
Kailangan si Sir Jambi magsabi yan kasi Sir Jambi talaga ang singer sa group, no? Something ano. Yan. So maraming salamat, puro pasasalamat po, no? Miss Brielle ang ating
Thank you rin
natatanggap
po.
ngayon. Pwede mo bumalikan mamaya sa live chat natin. Kaya lang tanungin natin kung meron ba silang questions. Teachers, baka may questions po kayo, pahabol or anything that you'd like to ask from Miss Brielle. Okay. Aside from asking her to sing for us in December show, mukhang go naman na po yan. Ano, yan napakabait po ni Miss Brielle. No? Hindi pa tayo hindian ni Miss Brielle. Okay.
Bro, tumawag yung Ateneo. Yun na lang daw yung kapalit.
No, bumawi si Miss Brielle kanina. Alam mo yung pasok niya kanina. Second. Gustong-gusto ko naman po talaga ang canvas. Kasi gusto ko talaga sabi ko, yes, nag-text si yung aming boss sa history department na na-rehire na ulit si Miss
Nabalik
Bell.
na yung load niya.
Nabalik na.
Baka
Magandang
i-cancel
tanggalin
yung account mo.
Ah, tanggalin na kagad yan eh. Binubura na nga daw yung pangalan ni Miss Bell. Kaming dalawa actually kung ano ng mga pinopromote niyo dyan, hindi yung Canvas i-promote niyo. Hindi pa kami nagpo-webinar ng Canvas eh. No? Pero hindi, kayang-kaya ng ano namin sir yan, Sir Jambi, no? Ateneo Salt namin yan. No? Sila yung nag-handle ng trainings namin. Anyway, so mukhang wala na po Sir Jambi, no? Tama ba ako? Wala na akong nakikita na, ayan, tinan mo yung comment ni Sir Miss Ronally ba to? Ronally LSC, no? Sweet voice, Miss B. Parang
Wow.
counselor si ma'am. Yes. Siguro pag
Thank
si
you po.
Miss Bia lang guidance counselor mo, no, mawala problema mo. Di lang.
Sabay tayong iiyak.
How to be teachers, ang mga, naku, puro bola ang mga ng mga teachers natin. Wala nang question, teachers. Let's have a more intellectual discussion, teachers. Appreciated po ang mga natin, comments natin. Pero totoo po, no,
Thank you po.
very,
Gumagalaw
very
yung ears ko.
soothing, Sir Jambi, no? Very soothing yung voice ni Miss Biel, no, for
Alam niyo po mga kaagapay, nakakailang oras ng webinar na si Sir Franco. Yun lang po talaga yung inaantay niya eh. Yung masabihan ng sweet voice, Sir Franco.
wala pa si Jambi. Ang tagal na. Naka-30 webinars na tayo. Wala pa ako natatanggap na gano'n siya. Samantalang si Miss Brielle, just one webinar and she got all of this. No, just kidding. But
Mag-comment ako
anyway,
next time, Sir
going back,
Franco.
no, naliligaw po tayo sa ating discussion. Miss Brielle, wala na po silang question. I think Sir Jambi, no, napakalinaw, napakaayos, napaka-organized ng discussion at napaka-valuable ng insights na binigay ni Miss Bell for all of us. Again, siguro, Miss Bell, no, final statement siguro, some reminders siguro for our teachers, message to all our teachers in general, no, about distance learning bago po kami magpaalam sa inyo and before we conclude the webinar for today.
Bigla ko na pressure for Miss Universe question. Wait lang. Thank you po. First, teachers, you're working so hard. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Alam po natin na medyo thankless job ang teaching, pero as a fellow teacher, thank you po for everything that you're doing for your students. It means a lot. Para po makita kayo na nandito, wanting to learn more, your students are in good hands. Thank you so much. Tas yun po, be patient with yourselves, not only with your students. Lahat po tayo nag-a-adjust, so take it easy muna. Give yourselves time to learn these new platforms, these new tools. So masasanay din naman po tayo. Lagi at lagi para sa students natin. Tapos, ano pa ba? Before trying new tools, make sure po muna na yun yung kailangan nyo. So, take the time to explore what you need para po masuit sa needs nyo sa classroom para po hindi naman sayang or hindi excessive. So, para rin po madali para sa ating lahat. So, yun.
Yeah.
Thank you, teachers!
Maraming salamat po, Miss Brielle. Teachers, magpapalo na po tayo kay Miss Brielle bago po tayo magbigay ng mga reminders. Again, we always send our appreciation to our speakers of always, willingly and enthusiastically share their time and experience to all of us para matuto tayo ng mga bagong tools. Sabi nga ni Sir Jambi, it's not about the preparation for now. No? It's a preparation for what's coming, for next school year, in the coming school years. Who knows, what we're gonna have in the future. So maraming salamat po, Miss Brielle, for being with us today and sharing your time with my teachers. So, maraming salamat po. We'll say goodbye now. Thank you. Have a nice day, Miss Brielle.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Yun. Okay. Okay, yeah, Sir Jambi.
Ayusin mo na yung boses mo.
Finally, Sir Jambi, no?
Oh my God.
I can't. Medyo PI daw, Sir Jambi.
Kaibigan mo to si Miss Ronally.
Kahit kaibigan ko na siya ngayon. Best friend ko na ngayon si Miss Ronald. Miss Ronald, ipadala mo na sa akin ng mga details mo. May mga GCash ka or anything, we'll be sending you gifts and everything. Lahat ng mga resources ng Kaagapay Teacher po, papadala na po namin.
Mamaya punuin nila na magbati.
Anyway, thank you, maraming salamat. Teachers 'no, pasensya na kayo kung medyo makulit kami nung dalawa ni Sir Jamie 'no. We're trying to, ease our situation kahit po paano. I know hindi yan mababago yung sitwasyon kung anong nangyari po sa atin, kung anong dalang typhoon, but at least, a little smile and laughter from all of us, would really go a long way 'no on, easing whatever we're feeling right now. So sana po, yung, kalokohan, kakulitan po namin ni Sir Jamie ngayon, ay mapagpasensyahan niyo po 'no. Kahit today lang po no, in other webinars naman po, very formal kami and very, straightforward kami ni Sammy pagdating sa ating mga webinar. So yun, maraming salamat po. Sir Jambi, could you please again, no, give us reminders of what's coming, what do you have, no? I believe you have a show. For those na wala dito kanina sa start ng ating webinar, I think you have a show, upcoming show, benefit show for the
Okay,
teams of
sige, wait
Enrolli
lang.
and upcoming show for the those affected by by Typhoon Ulysses. Could you please give us that again and para ma-remind po yung mga teachers natin before tayo mag-evaluation.
Sige, saglit lang po. Pine-present ko lang po.
Yes, okay. Hintayin lang po natin, no? Anyway po, while waiting for Sir Jambi, wag po nating kalimutan. On Monday, we'll be releasing the application for the December show. Okay, so magkakaroon po tayo ng December
Sige.
show kung saan teachers can participate by joining our singing contest. All the details will be sent to you. Actually, Sir Jambi, meron tayong mga applicants, no? May mga nag-send na ng message.
Oo.
Nasasali sila sa ating singing contest. Teachers, for the singing contest, will be sending prizes to the winner and of course to the school of the winner.
The school.
Okay, so
Okay.
dalawa po yung set ng packages na ipapadala namin sa inyo, no? And rest assured, these are from the bottom of our hearts in Kaagapay Teacher Support and all our sponsors, no? So papadala po namin whatever we have to as part of your participation and of course winning the competition. Okay? And of course Sir
Correct.
Jambi, no? Tama Sir Jambi, no? Hindi lang 'yun ang in store for December show. Marami tayong mga invited mga guests, performers, no, na sasama sa atin. Teachers, students, professional
Miss
performers,
Brielle.
oo, Miss Brielle, no? Andiyan na rin po si Miss Brielle, no? Number 1 natin sa lineup natin. So lahat po 'yan, abangan po natin sa December. Wala po tayong webinar kasi po gusto namin good vibes lang tayong lahat, chill out in December. And of course, at the same time, forging our community. Yes. Yan, Sir Jambi. Ready na Sir Jambi to give us some reminders about his show, upcoming show. No?
Sige po. Ito po muna, this first one is not technically a show. Ayan, but it's more of an effort namin po ng aking kapatid na si John Ray. So for the next 6 days, we are requesting for our friends, pati rin po kayo, wag po kayong mahiya na mag-comment. Mahanap nyo naman po ako dun sa Kaagapay Teacher Support page. We're requesting for your song requests, ganyan. And every night, alternate po kami ng kapatid ko, we will be posting recordings of those songs na sana would inspire all of you, would keep you inspired. And yung mga kaya pong makapag-donate, ayan, baka naman po makapag-donate sila. For this first run po, ang aming katulong ay yung Barianiwan ng Discover Manila. Ayan. For now po, yung efforts nila ay directed towards um, ano, the Bicol region, yung mga nasalanta po ng bagyong Rolly. By November 20 po, we will be shifting to a new beneficiary naman po. Pero ngayon pa lang po, pwede na kayong mag-donate sa kanila. Hanapin nyo lang din po sa Facebook yung 20 para sa 20. Ayan. And I was sharing with Sir Franco earlier na I particularly chose this endeavor kasi po ito ay endeavor ng mga naging estudyante ko po. So they were my students when they were in grade 6 and again when they were in grade 9. Ayan. So bakit 20? Kasi they were batch 20. Sila po yung kaka-graduate lang and habang pare-pareho tayong nahihirapan sa distance learning, I'm sure sila rin dahil bagong college lang sila. Ito pa rin po yung ano nila, yung naisip nila na gawin with their time, with their resources, fundraiser for, if I'm not mistaken, ito naman po ay para sa mga biktima ng bagyong Ulysses. In fact, in particular, yung Cagayan region. Yan.
Yun.
Tapos, tulad po ng binabanggit ni Sir Franco, antabayanan nyo lang po yung aming promotional materials para sa ating show sa December at yun din pong singing contest na nakapaloob dun sa show na yun. Okay.
Yan, thank you Sir Jambi 'no. So abangan po natin 'yan teachers, pinaghahandaan po natin mabuti ang, December show natin 'no. So Sir Jambi, I think, it's time now to, have our evaluation. So teachers, we'll be now sharing with you the evaluation link. Please don't forget that our evaluation for all November series webinars are all extended,
May
from our
pinost pa si
regular.
Sir Franco kanina.
Yes. From our regular Sir Jambi na 3-day evaluation, we're extending it to 6-day evaluation to accommodate all our teachers na hanggang ngayon po nahihirapan in terms of connections or connectivity or electricity para po by next week pag na-restore ng kanilang mga connections, electricity, makahabol po sila sa ating webinars. No? So teachers, here you go, your evaluation for this um, webinar. Okay. And please don't forget na teachers that we'll be sending your certificates in 5 to 7 days. Okay. Have a nice day, teachers. Sir Jambi, any final message or anything? Wala na?
Ako hindi naman final message. Siguro quick tip lang, if you really really want to try and explore Discord na, baka one aspect of school life na pwede ninyong i-apply siya sa mga clubs. Ayan. At least hindi siya sobrang nakaka-affect sa academic life, pero it's just as important. Kailangan din ng communication. So you may want to try it out with your mga organizations, with your clubs. Yan, try niyo po.
Totoo. Yung smaller muna, Sir Jambin. And again, siguro, final reminder, no? Lagi po tayong babalik dun sa idea ng learning goals, students, bilang focus ng ating mga, kung ano man yung ina-explore natin, kung ano mang tools yan, approaches, strategies, lagi po tayong babalik dun sa ating learning goals at sa ating mga estudyante. No? And of course, tayo rin mga teachers, no? Let's always be, gamitin natin yung familiar tayo at saka yung angkop sa ating mga strengths at mga styles natin. So, good luck teachers on exploring Discord and we'll be seeing you not tomorrow, on
So,
Monday for our
Sir
catch-up
Franco, may
Monday.
gumagamit na daw sa organization nila. Yeah.
No, yes. Okay. So, abangan po natin ang KTS Discord server. Bye, teachers. Have a nice day. Ingat po tayong lahat and stay safe po sa lahat po ng mga nasalanta po na nagre-recover pa po from the typhoon. We will be praying for you. Okay, so maraming salamat po ulit and see you on Monday, teachers.